Hey there, you ever look at the stock market and just feel, well, a mix of excitement and complete information overload? If you have, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to talk about how to get from that chaos of endless choices to the calm and clarity of a portfolio that you actually control. So, how do we do it? Let's dive in.
So, the first hurdle we all face is just the sheer size of it all. I mean, we're not talking about a few dozen choices here. We are talking about a massive global haystack of publicly traded companies, thousands upon thousands of them, each with its own story, its own numbers. And look, it's totally normal to feel lost in all of that. How do you even begin to sort through it? Where do you possibly start to find the companies that are a good fit for you and what you're trying to achieve? Honestly, that question can stop you in your tracks before you even begin. And that's really the perfect way to think about it, right? You know there are amazing investments out there, those needles, but they are buried in this gigantic haystack of market noise, financial reports, and everybody's opinions. Trying to find them one by one, it's next to impossible. Okay, but what if you had a giant magnet, a tool that was literally designed to pull those needles right out of the haystack for you? Well, that, in a nutshell, is what a stock screener does. It's our magnetic filter, and believe me, it is a total game changer.
So, what is a stock screener exactly? Think of it like a super powerful search engine for the stock market. It's a tool that lets you apply your own set of rules across every stock out there. You tell it exactly what you're looking for, and poof, it filters out all the noise and just shows you what matches. And this is the real magic here. We're getting away from guesswork, from following random hot tips, and we're stepping into a logical, structured process. A screener takes that overwhelming chaos and turns it into a clean, focused, and totally manageable list of possibilities. So, where do we even begin our search? Well, the most important first step isn't about finding the best stock in the world. No, it's about finding the best stock that lines up with your personal comfort level with risk. This is where the whole strategy becomes truly personal. And this is where things get really cool. We can actually turn that feeling of risk into cold, hard data. For example, you can filter by something called beta, which is just a score that measures how much a stock's price tends to swing around compared to the overall market. Or you could screen for momentum to find stocks that are already trending upwards. All right, let's make this super practical. A more conservative investor, like you see on the left, might screen for stocks with a low beta, meaning they're less jumpy and maybe a high dividend yield for some steady income. But on the other side, an aggressive investor might do the exact opposite. They're hunting for high beta, high momentum growth stocks. See how that works? Same tool, completely different strategies. Okay, so we've just filtered the entire market down to a list of stocks that actually match our risk profile. Awesome. What's next? Well, now we need to make sure the companies left on our list are actually fundamentally strong businesses. This is where we add a layer of quality control. Now, the real trick is to layer these filters. You don't just use one. First, you find the stocks that fit your risk appetite. Then, within that specific group, you start hunting for the signs of a healthy, promising company. It's like a two-step refinement process. And here are some of the go-to metrics for that quality check. You can screen for companies with strong revenue growth or healthy balance sheets with not a lot of debt. You can also look at the price-to-earnings ratio, the PE ratio. Basically, it helps you figure out if a stock might be a bargain compared to its profits. When you combine these with your risk filters, you get a really powerful, high-quality list of candidates. We're in the home stretch now. Let's look at the final stage and see how this all comes together. We've used our screener to create this short, curated list of high-potential stocks that fit our profile. Now it's time to turn that list into a smart, optimized investment portfolio. This slide really lays out the entire playbook for us. Step 1, you define your risk. Step 2, you add those quality filters. Step 3, you analyze the short list of candidates the screener gives you. And then the final step, Step 4, you use that list to build your portfolio. It's a logical, repeatable workflow that's all driven by data. And this is a really important point to remember. The screener doesn't just spit out the final answer. It gives you the high-quality raw materials. It's the launchpad from which you can build something that's truly effective, diversified, and personalized to you. This quote from the developers of the Stocks to Buy app just nails the modern approach. See, the best tools today don't just stop at screening. They help you with the next step, using proven financial models like the Markowitz model. All that is a Nobel Prize-winning method for finding the best mix of stocks that gives you the highest possible return for the amount of risk you're willing to take. It's all about smart diversification. So what this all boils down to is this. You're creating a direct, unbreakable link between who you are as an investor, your personal risk tolerance, all the way to a portfolio that's mathematically built to match. It's a system that's designed to replace emotion and guesswork with a clear, logical, and incredibly powerful process. And that really leaves us with one final question to think about. Take an honest look at your own investments. Are they the result of a deliberate, data-driven process that truly reflects you? Or are they maybe a collection of hunches and hot tips? The tools to move from one to the other have seriously never been easier to get your hands on.